All right, guys, leg day is complete. If you got any questions you want me to answer on my next episode, leave a comment below, or any questions about leg day in general. But we're going to jump right into these questions. So leg day was a success. It wasn't as heavy as a lot of leg days I've done. But question number one is leg curls, what part of the movement do you feel the most tension in your hamstrings at the stretch or the squeeze? I would say the squeeze. So I have gotten a lot heavier with doing hamstring curls. So the squeeze, definitely. When it's at the bottom, I definitely try to focus on squeezing more, and it really, really burns. Like on the last few reps when I can't get all the way down, the burn isn't quite as good actually. But so I ended up doing 4 sets of those because it was the only thing I did for my hamstrings today. And it felt really good, burned, solid start. And then I moved on to my quads. I warmed up, and the first exercise was leg extensions. Did you focus on pausing at the top of each rep or really contract the quads? Or did you keep the motion more fluid? So that's something that I've gone back and forth with. So at the beginning of the set, I like to focus more on hitting that full extension and holding it there for a second. But as I get more fatigued, I start kind of speeding up a little bit because I do want to hit a certain amount of reps. But hitting that full extension, keeping it there, it really fatigues my quads. So I'd say a little bit of both on that one. But after that, I did only 2 sets there, like real hard sets. And then we moved on to squats. So the question regarding squats, how did your squat depth feel today? Were you able to consistently hit parallel or deeper? Yes. So I like to go slightly below parallel just to make sure I'm going deep enough and I'm not just trying to cheat myself and move up in weight. Like I really want to feel the weight all the way down and all the way up. So I do like to go a little bit beyond parallel. I did 2 really hard sets there. I didn't get as many reps as I did on my last leg day. And, there's so many factors to that. You can't really hold yourself to that. We'll try it again next time. But the fatigue level felt pretty good. My quads were really pumped. So I did 2 sets. I did 1 set at 185 and 1 set at 225. And that was it for my quads. So I only did 4 sets for quads and 4 sets for hamstrings. But I was still feeling pretty good there. So question 4. So the next exercise was calf raises. I supersetted that with cable crunches. 4 sets total. Calf raises. Did you use any tempo control or pauses at the top, bottom to increase time under tension? I definitely struggle with calf raises because sometimes I like to go quick and I like to do kind of like a tempo rep kind of thing. And sometimes I like to squeeze. And I think it's a mix of both. I don't think I ever stick to one. And maybe I should try to pick one, whichever one I like the most, and stick to that and progress that way. I'm not really sure. But I do make sure I do my calf raises, even though my calves don't look bad. I don't want my quads and my hamstrings to get so far ahead that my calves are out of place, So you got to train all of your leg, not just your quads. I did see somebody in there, not to call anybody out, that had really good calves, had good quads, and no hamstrings. It just does not look right. I think some people get turned off training hamstrings for some reason. I'm not really sure. I don't know. But so the cable crunches, so I supersetted that with the calf raises, and I definitely did, sorry, my camera's acting up. Come on, come back. I just hold it for now. But I definitely did 4 sets of cable crunches, supersetted with the calf raises. The question regarding cable crunches is, sorry, my camera messing up threw me off a little bit. It's hurting the flow of the video. Just bear with me. So cable crunches, how did you ensure your abs and not your hip flexors or arms we're driving the movement. You know, that's something that just takes practice. You got to figure out what attachment works for you. And it's definitely, it can be a more advanced exercise to really hit your abs the way you want to. But I hold the rope a little bit in front of me, and I go to a full stretch, and I let the weight move up itself, and I try to pull it down with my abs and crunch and not move my arms too much. That's the only way I know how to do it. And then the final question is leg day overall. What was the toughest part of today's leg day, mentally or physically, and how did you push through it? Squats were the hardest part, mentally and physically, because, you know, I felt really good doing squats on my last session, and I was able to do more reps last time. I felt stronger last time, sweating more last time. It felt more intense last time. Like, I don't know what it was, man. I was just a little more fatigued. I couldn't get into the zone as well as I could. But, you know, we pushed through it and we did the best that we could. So, overall, leg day was a success. Leave some questions, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. This person's taking up most of the road. Get out of the way, dude. But, yeah, just keep on pushing it. Don't let that dreamer die. Keep the grind alive. And never, ever give up on yourself. I will see you guys on the next one. Go hard.